Hey everyone, this is Amrit, and today I'm going to be talking about the problem we are all living with, which is the driver shortage. We have a driver shortage. We all know that. And what is it going to look like in 2021? I'm going to break that down for you. Now, the problem is that we've been dealing with this problem that is trailing off from 2020. The problem is bigger. Like, driver shortage has been there. It's been there for decades now, but it has gotten worse after the whole big lockdown last year. Okay, and I made a special video about what the 2020 December looked like. If you want to watch that video, I've also the link above it. But I want to talk about what the 2021 looks like right now. See, the thing is, last year when the COVID hit, most ports were kind of shut down, okay? Like the drayage, like the container business kind of got shut down. And the drivers that worked in those industry actually came looking for jobs and the other industry, you know, like dry van, reefer, whatever it may be. So we had like an influx of drivers in, say, like March, April of 2020. So that was great, and everybody was like liking it because, you know, like trucking companies were all of a sudden getting drivers. But then what happened was the opposite. As soon as like we had the toilet paper rush, we had like people panicking to go to the grocery stores and stuff like that, the freight market went through the roof, right? Because shippers were trying to keep up to keep the stocks, like, you know, the shelves not empty at stores. So they were moving a lot more freight, a lot more drivers were required in that time period. So all these trucking companies now got extra freight. They're expanding, they're growing, they were able to grow, and they were able to take all these drivers. Now, the second tier that came in 2020, that a lot of drivers who were at the verge of retiring, they actually retired. Over 46,000 drivers retired last year in 2020, according to ATRI. And so now we have so many drivers that have left the industry, and that's just like the fact that has been put on paper. I'm sure the number is way bigger if you really do the math and really drill down into what happened in the reality. A lot of drivers who were just about to retire, they just exited. And then we had the CDL schools at reduced capacity. So they weren't able to have as many drivers. You know, first they got shut down. Then when they did get opened up, like later towards the end of the year or like at the beginning of 2021, there's still capacity at half capacity. So they're not able to produce as many drivers into the market. So you have like this gap that's getting wider, like people leaving and then not too many people entering the industry. Now, granted, most trucking companies are looking for experienced guys. So these new drivers that are coming into the market, they don't really have much places to go except like the big carriers who want to take like the new drivers and train them and, you know, like be with them for a couple months or years. So now everybody wants these experienced drivers, which is what we're living with right now. The other big problem that 2021 is facing, 4,000 carriers were being registered every month, new carriers, okay? Now, with the freight market being so hot, like the spot load market is like so hot right now, you're getting crazy rates to move the freight because we're still in that, you know, desperate mode of like keeping the shelves stocked. Shippers are very eager to move this. Now we have the vaccine rollout, so we need even more trucks. So there is so much freight right now to haul at good paying freight that most of these guys have gone out, bought their own trucks, gotten their own authority. We're seeing upward of 5,000 new carrier registrations happening for month after month after month. And I think in December or November, we saw 7,500 new carrier registration, you know? So it's like a one-man guy who's now becoming engine owner op, and they're running their own freight because they're making all this good money. The problem is, this is how the market will look like the entire 2021. Those are the projections. The freight is not going to slow down as much, and it will keep, or it will stay like this. Maybe by like the end of first quarter in like 2021, we'll see like things getting better because the freight market won't be as high. And you know, time is a grim reaper, right? So it's gonna wipe out all the guys who just got like one truck and they were thinking like, okay, they're gonna make all this cash, and good for them. Like, I wish them all the best, but I'm just saying like that this golden holy grail is not gonna, you know, last too long. It will go away in the near future. And my prediction is, in my personal opinion, it will be like somewhere around like the end of like first quarter, couple months of like 2022. So this year, what you want to do as a trucking business is keep building your driver pool. Not too many drivers are going to apply to you, and I'll tell you what I mean by driver pool. Not too many drivers are applying because everybody's poaching, everybody's like fighting for these drivers. You may not see like a tremendous growth in 2021, but it's okay to at least hold your ground. Like, I see and talk to so many trucking companies who have trucks open, and it's normal to have trucks open. Like, any fleet that I have spoken to, they have trucks open. You know, like there's not an influx of drivers by any means. There's a massive shortage. There's a big gap that will remain throughout 2021. May get like a little bit better by the end of the year, but it's not going to get it's not getting any better in like next couple weeks or months or whatever it may be. Next year, you can expect to get it better. So what you can do as a trucking business is keep being out there. Your cost per hire will look more than what you're used to seeing, but this is the way the business and the driver market is running right now. You can't do really much about it. All you can do is use this time to maintain your current fleet size and get ready for 2021 and keep generating applications, okay? Once this whole thing is over, in the next year, you will have a big pool of drivers because you've been promoting yourself, you've been advertising, you've been doing a lot of stuff. So drivers are applying, but they may not be necessarily coming on board. You at least have their info, and keep them nurtured. You know, like send them an SMS, send them like an email. You know, I wouldn't say like call them or anything, but like just keep them on your email list and stuff like that, so they know about you. They know that you exist, and keep them updated to your updates. Don't panic, because nothing is going to change in this panic mode right now. But just get ready for the end of the year or the beginning of 2022, and you'll have good drivers. There will be some drivers that will be coming to your business versus where you sit right now, where each one of us is just freaking out. Awesome. So this is it. This is the driver shortage that most trucking companies are facing in 2021. I'm literally on the ground working with these fleets and knowing what's happening in their lives every single day. So I'm sharing this real data with you. Hope you liked it. If you did, then click the like button, comment, and let me know if you wanted to learn more. If you want something from me that you want me to share or show you about how to find drivers for your trucking business, there's a certain element that you can't understand, put that in the comment. I personally read them and reply to them. And go and hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. So next time when I produce or make a great video, it comes directly to you and you don't miss out on any good info. Awesome. This is Amber signing off, and I will see you in the next video.